How's it going, everybody? EK1 Gaming here, and welcome back to another location changing spoofing video. And today we're going to be having a look at AnyTo Pro. Now this is a brand new piece of software. It's not been out very long at all, where you can change the location on all of your devices. So when I say all of your devices, the slight difference with this one is there's an actual app for iPhone, there's an app for Android, and of course there's the basic software that we use all the time on the Windows PC and also Mac. Now there are some restrictions when you download the app on the phone, like the joystick and stuff won't be there, but you can teleport your location at any point with that app, which is absolutely incredible. If you want to just go ahead, teleport to a location where there's a lot of Pokestops or a lot of things going on, you can do that straight away using the app and just continue playing Pokemon Go. Now, if you do enjoy the video and you want to see more, hit the like button and hit that subscribe button. I really do appreciate all the support that you guys are showing. If you want any help with spoofing, any trading, any raids, all of that good stuff to know where all the best Pokemon are, the best locations, go ahead and join our Discord server. The link will be in the description below. With all that being said, let's get straight into today's tutorial. So, of course, the first thing we're going to want to do is actually download the software. Like I say, the link will be in the description below. There is a free trial, which is limited on moves and time and all that. But if you want the full functionality that I'm going to show you today, you will need to purchase a subscription, the same as most of the other ones as well. Now, when you click the link, you'll come to this page. It is the new version of AnyTo Pro, so you can modify your GPS location on iPhone. It supports Android and iOS devices to play Pokemon Go with AnyTo. You can use a joystick or draw the route to simulate a GPS movement freely. You can also work this on any sort of location-based app. So it could be Facebook, Snapchat, Grindr, Tinder, whatever you want. You can change your location to fool your friends. It's also compatible with all iOS and Android versions, even the latest ones and the latest mobile devices. So go ahead, click that, and then let's get straight into showing you exactly what this software can do. So once we've downloaded the version that we want, so this is the Windows version right here, you're going to actually go ahead and click the disclaimer. Now the disclaimer is basically, don't overuse the software, stick to cooldowns if you are teleporting to different locations, and I do have a dedicated video on that. If you go ahead in the description below, there will be a link for that. So once you've done that, click get started. Then you're going to want to plug your mobile phone into your PC for the first time that you use this software via a USB cable. After that, you can actually use Wi-Fi as long as you're on the same Wi-Fi network as your computer and your phone. So go ahead. I'm using a USB because I feel like it's a much better way to do it because I'm sat at my computer. If I was sat across the room, I would go ahead and use the Wi-Fi. So we're going to click USB and it's going to connect to our device. Now what it'll do now is it'll pick a location. It doesn't necessarily matter where this picks up because I don't live down in Bournemouth at all. Every piece of software pings me somewhere different, but I do spoof around a lot, so I think the location is actually messed up on my phone. But I'm from around sort of this area here, all around here. So basically, don't worry with the first time you actually load up the software because it's going to be wrong anyway. What we can do from this piece of software is we can teleport, so we can move location to anywhere in the world. We can jump teleport, so we'll have a little look at that in a second. We can also two-spot mode, so from A to B. MultiSpot, so you can set a set route of different spots to walk around. This is great for hatching eggs. And then, of course, the joystick, which is popular with everybody and probably the most popular thing alongside teleport mode. Now, what we're going to do today is we're going to start by teleporting. So teleport, we're going to go ahead and go to New York Central Park. So you just type in where you want to go, click the arrow button. It's going to bring up a lot of different places in New York. So we're just going to go to the, I don't know, the Langham. No idea where that is. And then we're just going to click move. It will give you a little message to say, hey, everything that's open on your phone is going to change now. So any apps you've got open in the background, the location will actually change. So make sure you've closed like Netflix or whatever else you've got open on your phone. Your time zone will also change on your phone. So we're going to click off that. I'm going to click move. And then as you can see on Pokemon Go here, we've just teleported to New York. Now, it will take a second to load in on Pokemon Go, and that's simply because we're just teleported across the world, so we need to give it a chance to load up those stops, and it just depends on your connection, you know, how good it is, the area that you actually teleport to, depending on how busy that is as well. So we are literally smack bang here. If we want to actually go to the park, and you can see the park here, we're just going to go ahead and click on that and click teleport again. Or if you want to move location, you can do that as well. As you can see, look at all of this that's loaded in. So we've gone from nowhere to basically being in heaven for Pokemon Go. Now, what are you going to do when you get here? Well, there's lots of things you can do. You can do set routes for walking, multi-routes. But we're going to take a quick look at the jump teleport mode. So the jump teleport mode, this is slightly different. So you can jump from different locations, and it will auto jump you after the cooldowns. So the cooldowns, I did have a dedicated video on this, so go ahead and click the link in the description below. But basically the 2-hour cooldown or the hour cooldown, depending on where you are. So this is going to jump us from there to there, to there, to there. So every time the cooldown runs out, it will jump. So always set the cooldown, and then just click move, and you'll see it now. It will basically, when that cooldown timer goes to 0 at the top here, it will jump you to the next location. So we're going to go ahead and spin this stop. We've got our stuff from this stop. So I have now activated the cooldown, right? So for me to get from 1 to 2 would take 2 minutes if I was to just do it normally or drive or whatever. So we've got to wait for this now to go down to 0, so it will jump to the next one. Now, we won't wait the whole time, but we'll wait for the first one because I want you guys to see that it just automatically does these jumps. While we're here, we can catch Pokemon now. We can do stops. We can do whatever we like to play the actual Pokemon game. Now, you might want to spend a bit more time in the areas. I don't know, but I prefer to set some decent areas. So like from New York, for example, in Times Square, or New York Central Park, and then teleport to Pier 39 in San Francisco. If you want to know the best places to teleport or the best places to go to get the Pokemon, join our Discord server. We have a lot of active users on Pokemon Go. So we've got like 57 seconds now. I would strongly recommend waiting for this cooldown. Please do not try and do it beforehand because you risk getting banned if you get caught using software. So while we're talking about this, if you like an area and you want to favorite it, you can actually just click the favorite button. So if I like the spa number 1, click the star next to it, click OK. But obviously you have to wait until you've actually finished your route because it's actually doing something now. You can pause it or stop it and do it, and then you can actually go into your favorites over here, and you can see exactly where you visited, what you want to do. This is the cooldown timer here, so it will tell you about that. It's the only piece of software actually that's got an inbuilt cooldown timer that I have ever seen really in terms of spoofing location on a Windows or Mac. Of course, like iPogo and stuff have that. You can just see there, we just teleported again. So we teleported to number 2, and now we've got 1 minute 55 in this area because it's going to take us 2 minutes to get to there as well. So as you can see, we've moved around. And just to show you guys, you can now catch or spin these stops. There we go. So we don't want to do that anymore. We're stopping that. We've done. We've completed it, you know, we've already got to the area that we want. So we want to stay in this area, for example. We can do now 2-spot mode, which is A to B. So click 2-spot mode up the top. And then say we just want to walk from this street here to back into the park, right? We're not going to go the whole way. I'm not going to make you guys watch me walk all that way. Set your speed here. So drag the timer up, or the speed bar up. Don't go any more than like 14 to 16 because that will count you as like running or driving or being on a bike, and it won't hatch eggs. You can then click realistic mode. This is very important. So the speed will keep changing slightly while moving, and it will also keep you on roads and paths. It won't walk us across the river or the water that's in the park. It won't walk us across buildings and all of that. So it's harder for it to be detected. When you click move, basically, just going to start moving now. You're going to see he's going onto the road up there and taking the nice route that's just literally going to go up there. And the distance is 1.92 kilometers. It tells you at the bottom here. So if you've got a 20k egg, do that like, 15 times or something, and it's going to hatch that 20k egg. It will come up at the bottom here. On top of that, if there's any like multiple routes you want to go. So say you just want to do a loop. So you can actually go to the MultiSpot mode. You can click, I don't know, I want to go up here. I want to go here. Then I want to go into the park. And then we're going to go to West 96th. Then we're going to go down to this road. And then what I'm going to do is spin stops on the way through. Say, for example, you want to do that. Select the speed again. So I'm going to go 14. Click realistic mode. Click move. What your character is going to do now is go to each one of those locations that we've pinpointed. And on your way through, you're going to want to spin the stop. So you're going to want to actually do the game. You know, get some Stardust, get some whatever you want, Pokeballs, you want to catch some Pokemon, click on the Pokemon, your character will continue walking while you're catching and spinning stops. This is ideal now for hatching eggs and playing whilst you're just chilling in bed. You know, you might just set yourself a route and you might set it to go around 100 times. It's going to keep going around that route and you can just keep spinning. You can keep doing whatever you like within the game. Now we're going to stop that. And then if you want to have free reign, so this is the absolute free reign of this software. Click joystick mode, go to the speed. Again, you can do 14, but with the joystick, I actually set it quite high because I want to get to places quicker. So if I want to get up there quicker, I'll basically just press the button to move forward. So you can click move and he'll move in that direction. And as you drag this around, he'll go in whatever direction you drag in this. So now he's going to turn right a little bit. Now let's straighten him up. And then that's about straight now. So he should start walking on the road. So as you can see, my joystick is working. I'm moving. Sometimes we'll come up, try again. Don't worry about that. But there you go. We've caught it. It just catches up a little bit. And as you can see, he's moving in the background as you're doing it. If you want to go full on manual mode, don't worry. Literally, just go ahead and press forward on the actual joystick. You can keep clicking forward, left, right, and then move this, drag this around to wherever you want it. If you wanted to do automated, just click move. But this is ideal for catching Pokemon. So let's, for example, we're just going to catch this Pokemon here quickly. So if you've seen this Pokemon, you want it, you've moved to it. Let's go ahead, do a curve throw, quickly hit it, get the Pokemon, and then move on to the next location. Then we can just do that. So it's handy for getting all of those Pokemon, especially regional Pokemon. So if you're going to do this, just again, be careful to try and walk along roads because the joystick will let you walk across water. It will let you walk across buildings, but you're controlling it. So it's up to you where you want to go. Now, I did mention earlier about favoriting spots. So let's favorite this spot where we're at here. And then you can go on here and it will have your historical record. So where you've been, you have the choice to favorite these as well. And then you can click favorite stops or save stops. So it's going to come up with these. So if we want to go back to where we actually teleported earlier, you can literally just teleport back there. It takes like 2 seconds. You click go here, click move, and bang, we're back at the original location where we was. And that could be anywhere in the world. You can literally travel anywhere. What you will notice is there's a little star on the map here. If you zoom out and you've got places like in, I don't know, Algeria, Spain, France, all little stars will pop up on the map. And you can click each one on the map and go ahead and favorite it. So if we'll favorite a few spots here. So as you can see, there we go. So we've favorited some spots there. You can see there's a spot right here. There's a spot in the middle of the water, which is nothing. And then, of course, we can spot here. And then you can go back in and just save them and delete them and do whatever you want. Now, you can also save a route. So if you've set a route, like the multi-spot route, you can save that. Like this one is saved here. So we're going to go there now to that route that we saved. And it's going to continue the route for us. So it's actually going to continue walking the route. So what you just need to do then is obviously click move. And he's going to move to that. And that is the jumping route. So the teleport jump. So the 1, 2, and we have to wait for the cooldown. That's what that will take us back to. And you can also save routes as in your walking routes as well. Now, what else you can do on here is Pokestops and gyms. So you can actually, in here, there's not really much in here, but you can actually go to this area here. And it will say, basically give you all these numbers, like there's 31 there. number 31, number 4. So you can basically just teleport to all these locations. So there's a blue Pokestop here. There's a blue gym there, yellow one there. You can see exactly what's going on in the area without actually having to click into it. So there's 46 things around this area. So there's all this stuff. It's absolutely fantastic. They've really gone in depth with this software. This is the most in-depth software that I've seen so far. I am going to be using this a lot to try and get to those community days, get as many Pokemon as I can. So that is it for today's tutorial. If you found this helpful, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe button. It really does help me out on this channel. I want to keep bringing you the best methods to change location. And by far, this is probably one of the best and most in-depths I've ever seen. The link is in the description. Make sure you go ahead and click that link. You might be able to get some money off as well because they have sales on constantly on this software. So go ahead, click the link, buy the software and enjoy. Take care everybody, stay safe, and we will see you all in the next video.